What's happening, everybody? It is Casey Walker 805, chilling outside live on location at the spot. Just hanging out right now. Midday California sunshine. Cars whizzing by. Barbecue grill. Picnic set up. About to throw some meat on here in a little bit. Just wanted to reach out to the community and just say what's up. I know a lot of time all we do is shout out to show cards, and I seen a video, Pepino Man, what's up Cucumber homeboy, where he was talking about he wished or he preferred when we did more interactive stuff, or we did things that kind of went behind the curtain, brought you behind the wall. So without further ado, this is my attempt to get behind the wall. Look, like that angle? That's a cool angle, huh? In another life, I was a art director or a photographer, cinematographer at a movie studio. Fire angle. See the palm tree in the back? Killing them. So my full government name is William Casey Walker. I was born in a predominantly Mexican neighborhood, and then my dad got a job working for Anheuser-Busch, which took us to what we thought was heaven. Went from a 1-bedroom house into a 4-bedroom house, but it was straight in the hood. We were the only white family in the neighborhood. And so needless to say, you had to have a few things. One was jokes. 2 was hands. You had to be able to fight if you didn't have jokes. Or 3, you had to be good at sports, and the cats left you alone. So 2 of the 3 I was good at. I'll let you pick. After that, after high school, all that, I got into music. I started rapping. I was doing music. I got signed to a record company. This was post Vanilla Ice, pre Eminem. So I was having to prove myself every place we went, open mics, showcases, venues all over the western states. And we had a record deal and was working on a sitcom. We had writers and the whole team. Went out to Beverly Hills and met the producer of the show. Believe it or not, this was like before reality TV, and I think The Real World was the only thing they had on at the time that was reality TV. And they kind of wanted to do like a reality TV version of Real World, but with a group of artists that were trying to get a record deal. So they were going to follow us and videotape us as we went about recording our album and the process. They were really intrigued by me being a white guy and being in hip hop, and how the fact that I was kind of legitimate on the microphone. It wasn't like a sales tactic or a gimmick. I actually could rap my ass off. And so that developed, and then at the last minute it fell through because the manager that we had was a lady named Barbara Becknell, who went on to write like some Pulitzer Prize winning books. And she wrote the book for Monster Cody, who was the first Crip. She wrote his biography, which they turned into a movie that Jamie Foxx starred in called Monster. So she blew up and she left us hanging and had us under contract. Got out of that contract, got into a different contract, had a record deal, started working on that. And then the label we was at folded. And so I was tired of being broke. I got into radio. And from radio, I found my calling because I could be the entertainer, crack jokes and have fun, but I also got paid. And I met the stars and all the people that I was kind of interested in meeting. And at the same time, I was able to be myself and have fun. So that was really, really cool. I did that for a while, probably like 8 years. I worked in this second biggest market on the West Coast, had the #1 ratings in the history of a heritage station, which means you've been in the market for 30 years or more. So I had the highest ratings in a station that they ever had in 30 plus years. I was doing really well for myself, and then just something clicked, man, and I wasn't having fun anymore. It's that age-old adage that money can't buy you happiness, man. And I was getting a lot of money. I was single with no kids. Was making, $250,000 a year, and was miserable. So I got out of radio and started working with kids. And once I started working with kids, I found my calling. I went from making $200,000 a year to making $16,000 a year. Yeah, that was tough. But I started working with kids that were a ward to the state that had issues with drugs and violence and gangs and Got into that, and once I found out it was my calling, I went and got my counseling degree, and then from there I started coaching basketball, and again was really blessed, man, to coach for Nike and Under Armour and Adidas, and was around a lot of high caliber athletes that have had great careers. Some you've seen on TV, like Cody Kessler that plays for the Browns. I used to coach him. There's a guy named Tyron Wallace who plays for the Utah Jazz. I coached him. Tons of football. Ryan Matthews, I coached him. Just a ton of high-level talent that I was able to coach and be a part of their situation. And so recently I got back into the card thing because I had a couple surgeries back to back. I shattered my tibia and had to put a plate in my tibia, which started everything. And then about 6 months later, I tore my MCL and my meniscus. And so, yeah, it left me out again. And then that's when I started really watching the videos and going and checking out cars on eBay and whatnot. And sure enough, I think Dave's midlife card crisis was the first person to say you need to start making videos so people get to know you. And then I think Pepino Man and Mark from Kentucky were the first two guys that was like, yo, like once you do the videos, you join the community, it'll really stabilize you and help you out. And so that's what I've done, and I feel honored to be a part of the community. I can't go down the list and name guys. There's just too many to name. I can name a couple of recent ones like Ty Burlingame and Snodzilla. These are guys who like I've heard other people talk about, so I just made my way to their channel, and they've become part of the community from my experience at least. So I want to thank everybody that's welcomed me in with open arms. I'm a handful in real life. Hopefully one of these days, Pepino and a couple of the guys that are out here on the West Coast, maybe Aaron Davis, if he'll quit flaking, and we'll hook up. And I know Nate and Eric from the Junkies are in Cali. Anybody else from Cali, let me know, man. We can meet up and have a few drinks and crack some packs and talk some talk, man. There's guys like Jack Frost that I talk to via text message, and there's other couple guys. I know JMVP seems like a hell of a guy, and like he'd be right in my wheelhouse. Another new guy, New York Yanks cards, or I think I'm saying that right, Yankees cards. He's a big time Yankee fan and used to be an arm wrestler, man. And we've recently just met up on naming every social media platform except this one on YouTube. And he seems like a hell of a guy, man. So I would love to get together and have a beer with a few of you guys, man. Frost Diggy with the 420. So that's enough, man. I just wanted to kind of let you know my situation, what it was, who I was, some of my experiences, man, let you behind the wall. Please leave comments down below, man. I got a couple dogs. This crazy one right here, that's Sissy. That is, where's she at? There she is. That is MJ, because she was all black with a white paw. So I felt like it was Michael Jackson, you know, all black with the white glove. She's all black with the white paw. So MJ. I got a couple of dogs, man. I see everybody showing their pets, man. I love dogs and smaller dogs, lap dogs, just because I grew up around pit bulls in the neighborhood I grew up in, man. And I love pit bulls, but they're not for me, man. I'm not for the drama. I don't want to get bit, and I don't want to shoot nobody. So to everybody out there, salute. Enjoy your day. Have a beautiful week if I don't hit you back with another video before then. And as always, man, embrace the struggle, love the grind. I always mix those around, but I always say this: I see you when I see you. And I promise I do want to see you. Leave some comments below, man. Say what's up. Shout me out on the video, man. Let's get this over 100. I think I'm at 80. Let's get this over 100, somebody. Shout me out. Let me get over 100 so I can do a giveaway, man. I've stuck to my guns. I want to do a giveaway at 100. I'm trying to get there, but I've been slow rolling, man. YouTube Studio told me I'm on the down, whatever that's worth. So I'm trying to get it on the up so we can get some giveaways going, all right? I love each and every one of y'all with a different kind of love. All right? See you when I see you, fam. Card collecting for life. You know the family. Is it video for your butt?